Very good evening to one and all. In this beautiful weather and rainy season, I am going to discuss about a very hot topic between India and Pakistan, that is Indus Water Treaty. For the past many weeks, Pakistan is continuously raising these issues at the international forums, and recent one was at the ASEAN Regional Ministers meeting, and India have called these statements as absurd and misleading. Now I'm going to discuss about what is this Indus Water Treaty, when was it signed, what is the current situation, and what may be the future outcome of it, and what India is doing. So if I talk about this Indus Water Treaty, it was signed in 1960 and it was a major water sharing agreement between India and Pakistan, where the water of Jhelum, Indus and Chenab was being shared by Pakistan, and Ravi, Byas, Satluj water, which was having the less water, but though there was the eastern flowing rivers, this water is being shared by India. And this treaty has survived several wars, conflicts, hostilities and many issues between India and Pakistan. And nowadays, after the Pahalgam attack, India pulled out from this Indus Water Treaty and developing several infrastructure, hydroelectric projects and dams over this Indus Water Treaty. Pakistan have concerns over it, but ground reality says something different. It says that Pakistan, those who are having the maximum sharing of water of this treaty but not able to utilize even the 60% of this water, 30 to 40% of this canal river system of this Pakistan, of this water which is being shared by Pakistan, is not utilized because of lack of modern practices from Pakistan, leakage or seepage in canal systems, lack of infrastructure and lack of implementation of its several schemes in the past. And if I talk about the real in the quantity, more than 35 to 40 million acre feet of water of Pakistan canal system is being drained into Arabian Sea without proper utilization. That means the Pakistan issue is not the upper riparian rivers or waters, but its own internal water management system. Now if I talk about reality in India, we see that since independence or since signing of this treaty, the population of India has increased by several times. Water stress in Punjab and Haryana is completely seen by us, and I have also recorded the videos on this water stress in this Punjab and Haryana states and several other parts of India many times. We are a country having 18 to 19% of the world population, but having 4% of the total water of this world, and this 4% of water is not being properly utilized by India as well. We see lack of proper water infrastructure even in the cities like Delhi, and people around the cities are coming out with the buckets in their hand, but there is no water available in the summer system. And if this irrigation also, we are not getting a proper utilization of water. The paddy crops, which are mostly there in Punjab and Haryana, are the most water guzzling crops, and this water stress is needing a sustainable water practices. So we need diversification of this Indus Water Treaty to such type of areas where we need this irrigation facilities, drinking water and a proper utilization of this water to the people, those who need it. And therefore we are developing several infrastructure projects like Salal hydroelectric projects at Chenab River, Sawalkot hydroelectric projects, Kiru hydroelectric projects, Rattle hydroelectric projects, Kawal hydroelectric projects, which are the hydroelectric projects of 1000 megawatt, 1500 megawatt, 1800 megawatt, and we are also increasing their productivity. So it is very important for us to develop these sustainable river diversification projects and river linkage products as well. For future point of view, we need to look at these issues, and we need to protect our farmlands at the earliest, because at the end water and blood cannot flow together. Thank you.